Hey guys, this is Pat Ray from Pat's Prevention and Treatment Services. I'm talking about partner abuse intervention today. This is a Wednesday and the date is 5/13. Yes, 5/13/2020. So I've got some news for you. We are planning to reopen in June. We're doing a partial reopening starting next week, May 19th. You will be able to attend in-person groups in the morning of that week, and I will explain that. And you can also do a Zoom meeting, and I will explain what a Zoom meeting is. So, number one, in-person groups. You will need to call ahead and schedule. We will have groups available for paip for men on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 10 a.m. for men, in person and on Zoom. For women, we will have Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. in person or Zoom. Now, here's the thing, guys. You need to call and schedule an in-person session. When you call and schedule it, you will need to either pay on the phone right then to secure your spot or bring the exact change at the time of the group. This is the issue. If you schedule an in-person meeting group and you do not show, that is an unexcused absence. You only get 2 of those. And then you will have your program extended. If you have more than that, then you will be starting over. Number one, the reason for this is of course, accountability, as we have talked about and discussed throughout this program and in your group guidelines that you received, as well as your contract. Number two, because of the social distancing requirement, we can only have so many people in the office in a group setting at one time. So we will have to distance people, and there will only be no more than approximately 5 to 6 people in each group. So if you schedule, do not pay, do not show up, that is an unexcused absence. You are taking away from someone else's ability to be able to attend. Okay, so that's important. The other thing is, with in-person, you will be required to wear a mask, face covering of some kind. You will also need to come to our side door, which is located right by the main doors on the west side, right by where you will see a couple of bench seats. Okay, so those will be the requirements for in-person. Okay, talking again now, we're going to talk about the Zoom meeting. A Zoom meeting is a video where everybody is present and you can see their faces. You can also hear each other and talk to each other and interact. A Zoom meeting will require you to have an email address. So if you have an email address, you would call at the time of the Zoom meeting, which will be exactly the same time that the in-person group will be going on. So you will call, you will pay over the phone, and you will give us your email, and you will receive an email with the invitation for that meeting. In that will be a group ID number, and you will use that number to enter the Zoom meeting. The first thing that you will do for Zoom is you will need to go to Google or other and Google Zoom. You will find the app, you will download it to your phone or your computer, and then you will choose a user ID and a password. That will take you then into Zoom. You will click on the meetings and use the ID number that has been sent to you through your email you will type that in, and then you will be entered into the Zoom waiting room. Now, don't run away, don't take off while you're in the waiting room. Whoever is doing the meeting, either myself or Bridget, will see that you are in the waiting room, and we will click allow entry, and you will come into the meeting. Now, in order to come into that meeting, you are going to also need to click on the microphone and the little video camera sign. If it has a line through it, that means we can't hear or see you. So you need to click on both of those so we can hear and see you. Now, during the Zoom meeting, when you are not speaking, you will mute your microphone. When you want to speak, you will unmute it, okay? And we'll go into more details on that Zoom meeting. But again, you need to call in advance, pay over the phone. You will be sent the email with the Zoom ID meeting number in it, okay? More on that as we go along. Also, if you have questions and you need step-by-step downloading and whatnot, just call the office 217-954-1128, and Corey or myself can help you navigate Zoom. It's very simple once you get it. Okay, very good. So what I want to talk about today, as always, I'm going to need you to give me your progress note at the end of this session. I will need you to print your first and last name at the top, put today's date on it, which is whatever day you're watching this, the type of group, which is Partner Abuse Intervention, otherwise known as PAIP, P-A-I-P, and the topic. And the topic today is one of my most favorites. It's called mind games. Mind games. We're going to do a little bit of discussion on mind games. And one of the things is, what is a mind game? Well, a mind game, for example, is when we try to get into somebody's head and make them think something that is not true. We manipulate, we say and do things to make them think things, to get them to do what we want them to do. Again, it's all about power and control. As you know, we all have a certain amount of power, and we use it to control the other person to get them to do what we want them to do. So mind games is another tactic, technique, or method that we use to do that. So your assignment today is going to talk about listing as many examples of mind games as you can. So first of all, let me just give you some examples, and I want you to think of some yourself. One example is, maybe I chose to not call. I just don't call. I see the person, whatever. I just put off talking to the other person. I let them just kind of dangle and hang there. What is my motive in doing that? Well, I want their attention. I want to gain control of the relationship, of the situation. Maybe I play hard to get. Um, they call me, they ask me out, whatever. I say, oh no, I can't do it this week. I got to wash my hair, whatever it might be. So I play hard to get. Or disappears after sex. You meet, you hook up, and then boom, you're gone. No contact for days and days and days. And then if you feel like it, you contact the person and go through that scenario again. You expect the other person to be a mind reader, okay? Being a mind reader. In other words, if you love me, you would know what I like. You would know I don't like purple. If you love me, you would know that I only like green beans with butter on the top. Stupid stuff like that. Expecting the other person to figure out. Regularly breaking up with the person every time that you don't get your way. Stomping out, walking out, not talking, giving the cold shoulder, telling little white lies, telling big lies. All of those are forms. Presenting ultimatums. In other words, if you don't do this for me, then I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to talk to you, whatever it might be. Mind games. Another example of mind games would be when you tell the other person, hey, so somebody called me today and said that they saw you talking to a blonde at the gas station. Now, you know that nobody called you, but what you're doing is playing with that person's head. You're fishing for information. I use my famous mind game of putting the message in my husband's sandwich. I wanted to control him. I wanted to stop his bad behavior every morning. So what I did was I put a note in his sandwich and packed his lunch. And in the note, it said, this could have been poison. That was letting him know that I had the power all the time, that I could take him out if I wanted to. And it was just that easy. And my aim was for him to straighten up his bad behavior. So mind games. All right. So let's talk about, on your assignment, it asks you, when the victim trusts her partner, what happens to the victim's mind in this case? When we are playing mind games, telling them lies, leaving out information, making them think things that are not true, not answering them when they ask us, hey, how are you today? No comment, don't talk to them, turn the cold shoulder, give them the silent treatment. Those are all forms of mind games. When the victim trusts their partner, what happens to their mind in this case? When that person loves us, respects us, looks up to us, wants to be with us, and we play mind games. What does that do? The next topic I want to talk about is brainwashing. Now, brainwashing is when I, on a regular, routine basis, tell this person something about themselves or about the world, and I just keep on doing it in every way that I can until they come to believe what I'm saying. So if every day I tell them, you are so stupid, I don't know why I put up with you when nobody else have you. You are an idiot. I don't know why I even bother with you. If I tell somebody that and tell it to them in all kind of different ways over and over and over again, and they love me, and they respect me, or they did, and they want to be with me in my life, and I talk to them like that on a daily, regular basis, consistent, nonstop, that's brainwashing, and they come to believe that they are worthless, they are stupid, they can't get anybody else, that they should be lucky that I put up with them. That is brainwashing. That is a mind game, and those kinds of things do not go away. They stick with a person throughout their lifetime, and they carry it with them. They may get therapy, they may learn to work with it, they may identify it as a mind game and untruth, but it is embedded in their psyche, and it is hard to shake. It is one of the most violent, abusive things that one person can do to another. Okay. So the next point I want to talk about is manipulation. This is part of it also, part of mind games. Manipulating with lies. So when the victim hears her partner right out lying, and she knows it's a lie, or he knows it's a lie, how does that make them feel crazy? Do you think that could make them crazy? Straight out lying. Playing games with sex. He says, or she says, the problem is they always have to initiate sex. Yet, you tell them that. I always have to initiate it. And so then when our partner does try it, we ignore them. We roll over. We don't respond. How is that a mind game? What does that do to the person? Have you ever heard the phrase, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't? And so a person just gives up and blames themselves. Here's another mind game. When I behave differently when people are visiting, when people are around, I'm so helpful, I'm so kind, I'm so jovial. Everybody thinks, oh man, she's such a good person. And then what happens? When the people are gone, I revert into my own selfish, self-centered person, demanding of others. I'm unhelpful. I'm not even very nice. So these are forms of mind games, and your task is to explain, number one, what they are and how they impact the other person. Why are mind games about control, and why are they abusive? Okay. Now, that is the worksheet. I also need you then to pay close attention to yourself and check it out. And I want you to list at least 3 mind games you've caught yourself or others using, and list them here. But this is about us. And if we're honest, we know that we play mind games all the time. The idea is to catch it, hold ourselves accountable for it, and instead use direct communication to stop trying to control and manipulate other people to get what we want. If I need something from someone, I use my words in a way that asserts my needs in a respectful, caring, compassionate manner. So we will talk more about that as we go along, but I want you also to look up I statements. I, the letter capital I, statements. Okay, so I need that progress note. I'm going to need you to do the worksheet. I'm going to need you to take a picture, and I'm going to need you to send it to me through text 217-766-9132, or you can email it, pat@changeisachoice.org. Okay, guys, pay attention. You will be receiving more information about in-person and Zoom meetings. Okay, all right. So before I can give full credit for any meeting, any group, I need to know who is paying for that. And if it is you, I need you to pay for it either over the phone, 217-954-1128, or through check or money order to 300 South Broadway, Suite 110A, as in Apple, in Urbana, Illinois, 61801, or to our side door. Bring exact cash between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Thank you so much, and I will be sending you more information on Zoom, on your email, in your email about Zoom. Thank you. Bye-bye.